Beautifully Bookish. It's been a while, hasn't it? Yeah, what's happened since last time? Besides, oh, well this is my beauty channel, so I should probably show you my hair, right? I got my hair ombre-ed. I don't know how I feel about it so far. I mean, I like it. I feel like the ombre goes up a little bit too high on my head and it'll look better like as it grows out. But yeah, this just happened yesterday, so it's the change. For summer, I'll give you guys, woo, 360, or not really, but you know what I mean. That's what it looks like. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I take my Instagram pictures. This is actually one of those videos that was on that memory card that Jasper chewed up. So I already filmed this, but now I'm refilming it for you guys because a few of you expressed on my What's on my iPhone video that you wanted to see how I take my Instagram photos. Speaking of Instagram, this shirt was on there. This is the I'm a lot cooler on the internet shirt. This was like my most liked photo on Instagram in a while, so I guess you guys like the shirt. Let's get into how I take my Instagram photos. Okay, welcome back to my iPhone. We are going to be editing just a stupid selfie that I took earlier. So yeah, I already took it. So we're gonna go into my photo apps folder, which I told you guys about in that last video. And honestly, the photo app that I use the most is Afterlight, and you do have to pay for Afterlight, but it's like $1 and it's like totally worth it. So let me get that picture that I took earlier. It's me with some watermelon, fun times. It's gonna be this picture that we're gonna put on Instagram. So this is it. I usually like to take my pictures with natural light. That helps a lot in terms of how much editing you have to do to make it look good. If you start out with natural light, there's not much else you really need to do. And so here, I took some watermelon outside and I took this outside, but you can also just take it in your window, whatever. It works. So let's see what we're gonna do with this in Afterlight. I like to start out by just color correcting and just kind of play. I really just play around with it to see what I like. I'm just doing brightness right now. I like my photos pretty bright, but you know, not too bright that it looks unnatural. So I'm gonna make it a little bit brighter, and you can play around with the contrast. Not a big fan of contrast, so we'll just leave the contrast the way that it was. And then, you know, filter-wise, Afterlight comes with some good ones. So these are the filters. I like to use the guest filters the most. They've added some new ones, I feel like, recently, and they're actually really good. The ones that I use the most are these first three. Finn, which is that one. Roos, or Russ, is that one. And Layla. Layla is like the really whitewashed one that you see on a lot of people's Instagrams. It's like, I don't know. It seems very Pinterest / Instagram-y, but really I just go through them and I just see if I even want to use a filter, because I don't always use a filter to, I don't know, make the picture look good. I like Finn for this one. That's Finn right there. And you can make it, you know, less or more like that, like so. Or maybe this one, I don't know. I really just play around with it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Finn. I like that one. Okay, so that's the filter I'm gonna go with. I hardly ever use the actual filters in Instagram unless I'm in a rush, so I usually use these ones in Afterlight or in VSCO Cam. I'll show you a filter in there too that I sometimes use. But this is why I like Afterlight, because you can basically do everything you need to do in the one app. Then I like to, I mean, you have to make it fit for Instagram. So you would need to either crop it, and you can do that in here and make it square. What I've been doing with my photos recently is putting a frame around them in Afterlight like this so that I can fit the whole photo in, because I don't know, I just don't like it when all my photos are square on Instagram. And this makes it so that they're not, and there's like negative space in between the photos, which I think is cool. So yeah, this puts the two bars on the sides, so it is technically square but doesn't look square. And you can make them bigger or smaller, so I don't want it too small, but I like when there's white on all four sides. So maybe like that. And you can also make the corners go in. Do we like corners in? Like I said, guys, this is not a science. This is just kind of what I do. I think I'm just gonna leave it. No, I just, yeah, I do that sometimes. X out of it by accident. Okay, so they also have like other stuff on here, like
like light leaks. I use light leaks sometimes. This is my favorite one. It's just like, it looks like the sunshine is coming from one side of the screen. So I do tend to use that one a lot. And then I also like to switch it around. You can put it on different sides of the picture and see where you like it. Kind of like it on the side there, like that. So yeah, I'm gonna put that on. And then I think I'm done with Afterlight. I'm gonna export it. So I just go to done. And I would probably just export this into Instagram, but I wanna show you guys some other apps that I sometimes use. So I'm gonna export it to Camera Roll. It'll save it to there, and then I'll show you like some other filters that sometimes I use, like on VSCO Cam. VSCO Cam is free, so if you don't want to get Afterlight, you can get this. But I feel like VSCO Cam is so hard to navigate. I don't know, I'm not good at it. What the heck? Is this new? I don't even know what this is. Okay, I'm just gonna press the camera button and see what happens. Okay, here's my pictures on here. So you can see some of my old Instagram pictures that I actually edited on here. And let's add that same picture again, like I didn't like if I didn't edit it in Afterlight. So there it is. Let's edit it. I'll show you what I've seen. I definitely see some Instagrams that use these filters too. So they have some good black and white ones on here. That one's like, oh, I like that one actually. I might have actually used that one, but we already edited it, so we're gonna use the other one. Yeah, C1, F2, which is the one that's like super, the one a lot of people use. Oh, T1. See, T1 is like that grayed out one, whitewashed one that a lot of people use. And yeah, so they have a lot of black and whites on here. So if I was gonna use something on here, I'd probably use T1. Or I like that C1 one also. It's kind of cool. Okay, so yeah, that's this one. You can do other stuff with this too, but I feel like Afterlight does everything, so I don't often use this, but sometimes, you know, it's good too. If I ever do a collage, I use Pick Stitch. So if you saw like my hair before and after on my Instagram, I used Pick Stitch to put the two side by side, and then I used Fonto to put before and after, the words before and after underneath. And then the other ones I don't really use that much. Beautiful I used to use a lot for these like bokeh type texture bubble things that I used to put a lot on my photos, but I don't really do that much anymore. And the other ones I like hardly ever use, so yeah. So I'm gonna put this into Instagram. This is an actual thing that I'm actually gonna do, guys. You actually watched me do it. Just gonna go back into my camera roll and get that. Just click next. I'm not gonna crop it or anything. And yeah, I'm not gonna use any filters because I already filtered it. And write a caption. I always like when I can find something that goes with it. One of the little emoticons that goes with it. There we go. Watermelon season. Hell yeah. And we're gonna put it on Tumblr and Twitter. I don't put any of my Instagram photos usually on my personal Facebook because I don't want to spam people with them. And that's it. Boom. And I just wanted to show you, see how I have like a lot of my newer photos, there's a lot of white negative space around them. So I feel like when you go to my page, if anyone ever goes to my page, I feel like it looks cool that there's a lot of white negative space, as opposed to like earlier on when I didn't do that. And you can see like all the photos are square, or a lot of them are, and it takes up like the whole page. And it seems overwhelming, but when you have a lot of white negative space, like up here, I just feel like it makes each one stand out more. That's the thing I'm recently doing, so yep.
So I hope you guys liked that and found it somewhat informative. I don't know, I recently passed 1,000 Instagram followers, so I was like really excited about that. So this is kind of like a celebration of that on this channel. I hope you guys are doing really well. Let me know in the comments if you use any of these apps or maybe other photo apps that I haven't found yet in the comments. I love to find new stuff to use. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.